Hey guys, Mixamp here for the first of hopefully many reviews coming out of CyberGamer Xbox YouTube channel. This video will showcase the ASTRO A40 headset paired with the all-new M80 Mixamp. Now, we're going to do a review and an unboxing. We'll start off with the unboxing, and here we go. Alrighty, so we are here with the A40 plus Mixamp M80 unboxing video. As you can see, the box is nice and neat. It has the pictures all described at the front. Of course, you have down the back. I'll just zoom that in a little bit for you. Has the detailed descriptions all the way on the back. You know, like a blurb on the back of the book. You always want to see what's going to be on the packaging. Looking at it myself, of course. Let's see, it has everything there. It's got the name tags, it's got the microphone. It has everything that's included in the package, all just shown behind. Once again, just what's going to be in the box and what you can expect from this headset. Now, I'm going to be doing this one backwards, so it can be front on for you. But first, you're going to need a knife, of course, so you can cut out the side of this box. Now, you have two cuts here, one on either side that you do need to make. I believe you can see them there, and you just need to cut them quickly and hopefully not cut yourself in the process, because that's never going to be a good thing. But you know, you'll just cut it on in, and then you'll be able to actually get the box out. Now, once you do, just slide on out like that. Just going to close the knife, because that is going to be a little bit of a safety hazard. Put that away, and you're just going to open it out. Just slide on out just like that, and you will see that in the inside of this box, it just has some nice detailing in there, and it has a really nice pattern. So I think we can keep that for later. We're going to move it out over into the side here, down over onto the ground. But we're going to be seeing now, opening up into this box, it's going to open up over on this side, so you can see it just slowly opening out. And there you go, what a majestic headset that we're going to be looking at. And one of the main reasons I'm going to admit right now is because of the color of the headset. I really like the light blue. It matches my Mixamp logo, and it was definitely one of the main reasons of wanting to get this particular headset. But the bonus is going to be the M80 Mixamp itself, plugged straight into the controller. We'll have all the game sounds, and I'm really keen to how to test it out. But in the box, first up, you have the actual headset itself. Now, this headset, you can see, has the ASTRO A40 up to the top. It has the color, same per standard, and it's already got the mic boom actually plugged in, of course, having all that protective plastic as well to keep your headset nice and secure. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that one of the newest features with the actual new Gen 2 ranges of these ASTRO headsets is that the material has been upgraded for more durability and it's a better comfortable headset in terms of riding. I will test this out in the review later, and we'll let you know if that is confirmed. But just from feeling it generally, and I'm wearing my Astros right now, that it does feel quite a bit different, and it does feel like it will be good for the long run. But you know, put that back in slightly just there, and we'll take out now the M80 Mixamp. Now, it's got the cables all attached in one. As you can see, generally the box is a lot smaller than what you normally see in the ASTRO A40 Plus Mixamp Pro bundles, because they have a lot more cables. This one though is the Mixamp Pro. It just plugs in the back of your controller right there. You should be able to see that clearly, and you can see that it's got one cable. That one cable plugs into your headset. You can see there by just that one cable, the 3.5 mil, and you'll be able to just plug that into your controller and then go for gold. Now, it's got, once again, plastic covering over onto all the gear just to protect it. But you can see that you have a couple of buttons here over onto the actual, as I wait for it to focus onto the actual Mixamp M80 itself. Now, of course, the sides over on there, toggle buttons. You got over the overall volume, the master volume as you normally know it by on the Mixamp Pro. And of course, if you click that, that would be the mute button. It will flash red for you as well. You also have over here the middle button being your preset mode, your equalizer mode. You can change that. It's got up to 3 modes there for you to choose from presets. And we'll put this back into the box, and we'll see what else is in here, because you've got some more over onto this left side. And it is one, actually, it's actually one big piece, but we can take it out, of course, and we'll see what really comes out of it. That was a little bit tricky to get off, but it's always good. As you can see, just one more cable for you, just in case you wanted to plug the headset into something else. You can have that option to do so. And of course, you have the USB with the USB mini port as well. So, micro USB rather. Underneath that, you do have all the documentation for it. I'll put that on the ground there as well. As if there is any issues with the actual headset as well, you want to not return it back to the store, but send it back directly to ASTRO so that they can resolve the issue for you with no dramas. Now, you also have the quick start guide for the M80 Mixamp, and of course you can see that all detailed there in for you, and the other side there as well. That's not in the camera range, but there you go. You should be able to see that one now, and once again back to the other side for you. And that just shows you how to use it if you're a little bit unsure. But if you're like me, you generally don't like to read the instructions. You like to go straight into it and see how things will play out for everything. Now I will show you how it actually all works as well. I'm not going to really untangle everything too much, but I will untie everything and I'll show you how it fits into the actual Xbox controller. I do have, of course, a standard Xbox controller here right in front of me to use as a demonstration. So first you got obviously the M80 Mixamp. You go to the underside of the controller and you'll see where it regularly will go. You just plug it on in and that is it. It is plugged in and it is ready to go. You don't need to have any extra cables, and the other end of the cable will go straight into the headset. As you can see down at the bottom, you do have the opening for that. You just plug that straight on in, and there you go. That is it for the setup purposes, because you're good to go and you're good to play. You'll turn that on and it'll be good to go. Of course, you do also have on the sides here, I'll get rid of the plastic over on this side because I will eventually, but you have the mic boom that you can actually take out, as you can see there, and replace it, or just have no mic boom at all. You can also take out the tags and replace it with any custom tags that you choose. I'm personally going to be rocking my CG tags, the CyberGamer Xbox tags on this headset while I do this review later on, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. They're pretty cool. And of course you do notice just on the other side the plastic covering over on that end, and you can just really see the amount of effort that was put into this headset. It looks nice. You got your left and right sides as per normal, but that basically covers what's in the box here for this M80 Mixamp. We're going to go into our review now, so stay tuned to that. We'll play some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and I'll tell you how it goes. Alrighty guys, we're up to our review component here for this video of the ASTRO A40 headset included with the M80 Mixamp. Now, this is the first time I've actually put on this headset. It is quite comfortable. It does feel a little bit different actually to my previous headset, the actual 2012 ASTRO A40s, and you see it out here. You see, I put the custom CyberGamer Xbox tags on. They fit fine, so it's the same sort of setup for that. The actual headset itself, you actually notice I might have a big head, who knows, but it actually is all the way expanded to the top, where the other one sort of had a bit more leeway. Not too sure if it just takes a little while to expand over and stretch out, but it does feel actually it's a quite snug fit. So luckily I didn't need to really adjust it any more than that. It was already just put it straight on and it was fine. But maybe for some other people might need a little bit of tweaking for it. Now actually onto the headset itself. Now it's plugged on in. And you can see if I move things over, the lights light up. Now it's got 9 different modes down there. That's the actual the volume, the master volume that I just tweaked on, and that it has 9 different options. But in each option, you can actually, if I move it down there, it's got 4 different modes for you to toggle on. So 9 times 4, 36 different sort of levels of volume that you can actually have on this M80 Mixamp, which is pretty cool. Of course, if you press the button down here, it'll flash red, and that'll mean your microphone is on mute. Now, as you might know, that my microphone doesn't actually, I don't actually have my microphone plugged in because I don't want to be using game chat, and I don't really want to have it on mute either. So I'm going to turn that off. Now, you have the top button up here as the actual equalizer mode. You have 3 different modes, as I mentioned, and you can cycle between them. As I said, this is the first time I'm actually using this headset. I'm loaded up into the game. We're waiting to go, and we're going to really test out this headset for the I'll test out each mode as well. I'll leave it on the middle one, the standard stock, standard default. Now actually one thing to note out is that I've actually when I plugged in my controller, because I generally use my Scuff controller, I did actually have to do a controller update for this controller. When I plugged it in, I had to register for it, and then once it took a minute, and then basically when it was that, it was good to go. You just have to note that once if your controller does disconnect, that your sound will also cut out for that period that your controller is disconnected from, as your power is being generated off the actual headset itself. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay component of this review. Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the gameplay component of this review of the ASTRO A40 M80 Mixamp, plus this A40 headset that you see on my head. As I mentioned, this is the first time I'm really wearing this headset, so I'm really testing out for the first time doing this review. I thought it'd be pretty handy to really hear my first sort of reactions to everything. You know, team deathmatch, just standard stuff. On comeback, we're going to be loading up into. That's going to be interesting. Once again, I'm not really the best Call of Duty player, so don't really expect too much in terms of the action. I'll try my best. I'm going to actually load on up, maybe onto I reckon 8. I'll go 8 full bars in this one, and you know we'll see how things will play out for me, I suppose. But yeah, so far one of the things I have liked about the Mixamp is that the actual headset itself isn't limited to only the actual M80 Mixamp. You can plug the A40 headset into. I'm failing this jump. You can actually plug the A40 headset into the and on the Mixamp of your choice, and that really failed for me. But I got the supply drop, so I guess that's really what counts in the end. As you know, I'm gonna continue back onto what I was saying. You can plug, as I mentioned, into any A40 headset that you do choose to want to use. That can be, you know, the Mixamp Pro. If you really want, for a lot of competitive gamers, that's going to really be the choice. And then just, you know, if you want the headset, that this will be the proper reason for what you'd be getting. Overall, it does seem to be, you know, showing me quite a bit of sound. You know, between both ears, you know, evened out. Of course, you can toggle to go between game and chat if you really wanted to. You know, if you were using the game sound option, you can, as I mentioned in the earlier aspect, the toggle buttons on the left and right sort of edges. They're sort of the game and the voice options. So far, you know, 7 or 8 bars, sorry, that I'm running on is quite loud. So I'm going to swap over a little bit and see if that really makes an impact. So far, I've been able to really hear everything that I've needed to in this, and I've seen a player there. So let's see if we can spot him. But running cloak as well, but I got him in the end. That's all. Rest assured. But yes, it does seem to be running fine. For a lot of competitive gamers, I don't think I'd really recommend this headset to you, specifically because of the fact that you can't take it to any LAN events, and you can't really use it at the same time as, say, using Skype or TeamSpeak, that a lot of the competitive scene really uses now to that game chat feature. Now, if you are using to use it as a casual base, I definitely recommend it. From what I've been so far in, you know, the couple of minutes that I've played it, it does seem to, you know, it does everything you really need. If you're not going to be using it on your PC at the same time as your Xbox, I definitely look at picking this one up. If you like the color, I'd look at picking this one up, because that was really my main attraction to this, the exclusive color of this, you know, the sky blue and the grey that it sort of has on it. The Mixamp itself is proving to be, you know, quite comfortable. It's if you are used to using a scuff controller, it's the same as having the sort of paddles at the back. You just get used to using the sort of extras that it has on it, and you sort of get used to it after just, you know, around a minute or so. Now, so far, you know, the equalizer modes, I'm swapping over between them. You can notice quite a bit of the preset differences that they have set out for you, you know, with this one. And I definitely think you'll be really wanting to rotate between them, depending on what game you are playing. I'm on preset mode 1 now. I have swapped between 2 and 3. You won't be able to hear it, of course, from my perspective, but you know, I am definitely noticing quite a bit of a change, and hopefully being able to pick up a couple of kills here. But yeah, it is quite an interesting you know, development, having just everything, your Mixamp Pro power, just in one port on your controller, and actually able to use game chat for once. So if I'm playing any 5v5 SMD points, I think I'll be able to finally use that game chat. This is one of the things I have been waiting for, is always buying the genuine one. It definitely seems to be made a bit better quality and you know, be a bit more enduring at that aspect as well. But as we get taken down, so that's unfortunate. But so far, you know, only playing quite Advanced Warfare, it does have a lot of noises as well, especially with the exosuit. With, you know, a lot of jetpacks, I've been able to hear a lot of opponents right next to me as well. The sound seems to be clear. I really haven't found any faults with it so far. In terms of the audio-wise, it does seem to be pretty good. As I mentioned, it's you know, it's definitely suited for a competitive gamer. Over a competitive you know, gamer that really wants to go to LAN events. So, you know, you can't daisy chain with it, so that would be one downside to it. If you could daisy chain to it, I'd really recommend it for really any gamer. But you know, that daisy chain option is really a big aspect that is on the Mixamp Pro. Apart from that, you know, the headset, you can plug it into just the regular Mixamp Pro, as I mentioned. I know I'm repeating a couple of things here as this game goes on. But it is one of the cooler options. It does also come with a charge cable, for your controller if you need it, a really short cable for when you're not really playing, and also a 3.5 plug into your Mixamp Pro if you decide to purchase one of those as well. You can buy those additionally. You don't have to buy them with the combo. You can actually get them separately to just standalone, which is always handy. Let's see if this guy will get off the head glitch. Yes, he will. Second guy. And I failed to jump. But yeah, if you do have any questions as well that you do want answered for this new headset, feel free to let me know, and I'll answer them either in the comments or on the CyberGamer Xbox Twitter. Once again, this is the first of many reviews for this for hopefully this channel, as we still have quite a couple of minutes left in this game, aka the video as well. But one thing I'm not too sure if I did mention it earlier, but it actually doesn't, the M80 Mixamp doesn't actually fit on the SCUF gaming controller. I'm not too sure if that is a bug in the SCUF controllers or what, but it doesn't seem to be fault of ASTRO. It does seem to be the actual controller itself that does seem to be the issue. Now, I do have 2 SCUF controllers, so unless I'm just twice unlucky, it does seem to be an issue with the actual controller itself, that it just doesn't plug into it properly. But the regular controllers work 100%, and that is the important part. Once again, recommended more to the casual sort of basis, and it does seem to work very well. So I did preset over just a recap of what I actually did at the end there. I looked at the equalizer modes. I swapped them between. I toggled between voice and game. It does seem to have a fairly good balance, just like you're using your Mixamp Pro. I also looked at the master volume as well, and we will be able to really use this quite extensively as well. I'm going to keep using it for a little while longer. But I definitely like. My first impression is that it is a positive. Once again, it does have a couple of downsides where that the Mixamp Pro will shine over. It'll always shine over, in my opinion. That it'll have a bit better sound quality than the Mixamp Pro. It'll be have that daisy chain feature. It'll allow you to plug this headset into it if you really wanted to. But the actual Mixamp M80, its positives is that it's it only plugs into your controller. You have one cable. This is the one cable that you have on your actual headset to your Mixamp. You don't have power cable to and then optical cable, and then headset cable, chat cable, stream output cable. You just have one cable from the headset to the Mixamp M80. That is it. It has crystal clear audio for you to enjoy, for your ears to enjoy listening to. And if you really want to, you can use this headset with a Mixamp Pro as well. Apart from that, it fits onto regular controllers. SCUF controllers are a no, unfortunately, at least in my personal experience with the 2 or 3 SCUF controllers that I tested minutes before this review component. And apart from that, it's really a positive angle for this. But as I mentioned, competitive gamers, I'd recommend the Mixamp Pro. That CyberGamer PlayStation actually did a review on. They're the perfect example for one of the ones I'd recommend. For casual gamers or just gamers that really want the extra mobility for your Xbox game, maybe if you're sitting on the couch 10 meters away and you want to be using, you want to have a headset and listen to that, that audio without having a whole bunch of cables, I'd recommend this this package, because it really is convenient. It sounds good, and overall it's just a positive new range for ASTRO, and I think they've done a good job on it. That being said, we'll also have a written review for my more developed thoughts after using it for a little while longer, combined with this video. So be sure to go ahead and check that out on CyberGamer. Link will be in the description below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until our next review on Mixstar, and we'll catch you next time.